the gifts of imperfection. Perfection isn't possible, yet so many of us are chasing this fantasy. We think that if we avoid being imperfect, we'll somehow bypass the pain that comes with life. Perfection is held on a pedestal, only to keep us endlessly seeking, like the oasis that can never be reached, glorified, and a torture to chase, because the closer we seem to get, the further away it becomes. Now, if no situation or person can be perfect, where does that leave us on this growth journey of life? We're all imperfect. We're all whole. We're all in process. The measuring stick of perfection can be dropped, leaving us with imperfection as the price of admission into a life worth living. Letting things in ourselves be imperfect leaves room to admire and be inspired by the scars, weaknesses, and quirks. Imperfection invites us to be engaged with curiosity. Imperfection shows us about the complexity and the resilience of humanity. It's relatable. It's unifying. Shifting to the perspective that imperfect is ripe with learning just might turn the quest of perfection to the quest for engagement instead. Imagine how you might befriend yourself in new ways by dropping the drive for perfect without fault or uncertainty. Within imperfect, entire worlds exist. They're just waiting for you to explore and be enhanced. Let's get curious. Let's work this out. Write 25 to 30 words to this direction question. What is there for me to learn through imperfect situations and circumstances? And how can I soften into imperfection and embrace it as a gift today? One more time. Now listen carefully. What is there for me to learn through imperfect situations and circumstances? How can I soften my imperfection and embrace its gifts today? 25 to 30 words. You got 1 minute. Begin. Good work. Imperfect work. You are perfectly imperfect. As the day of this recording, September 21st, 2021, I've celebrated 37 years of sobriety. My journey began when I gave up being perfect. In Alcoholics Anonymous, we have a saying, it's progress, not perfection. I'm Joe Stump, your guide by your side. And this is a 1-minute private workout. Have an amazing and fascinating day celebrating the gifts of imperfection.